All right, so we are going to take this toward the one-legged crow today, which means that this flow is going to be very core focused, very much working on compression, get into the upper body, the back line of the body, the glutes in particular, all around the hips. Just have that in mind as we go through different variations of the poses here. The one-legged crow is the demonstration that I have before we start. So once we get in the main part of the flow, every sequence will bring you to the front of the mat. We'll take this into crow first. And then take this as far as you can and at least experiment with trying to lift one of your knees off of one of your arms while you're in that shape. And it's hard to do. It takes a hell of a lot more engagement than your regular crow does. But to chip into it, to build more strength, you got to at least put the effort toward going in that direction. So what's going to happen as usual with crow? You're going to be in a forward fold. Both hands down, dig your fingertips a little forward, lift your heels, and bring the knees to the lower part of your upper arms. It's possible to take it toward the one-legged crow with your knees up higher, but it takes a hell of a lot more strength. So start with an advantage. So press your palms, dig your fingertips down, lean forward, let your feet lift together, big toes to touch. And then keep in mind, to come into any further into this, try to keep your hips as high as you can, shoulders forward, keep looking forward with your head low. And I know it feels like you're coming close to falling. That's kind of the point, because that's where the balance actually is. You got to come to the edge of things. Now, from here, I'm going to lift my left knee, which means I shift over to the right. And you can just lift that knee, maybe set it back down. It's a hell of a lot of effort, keep in mind. And if that's enough, maybe just try to repeat that once or twice. If you can take it further and keep the knee lifted, pull it toward the other leg. And you can just hold the shape from here, and this is fine all by itself. If you're ready to take it further, keep your hips high. Try to extend that lifted leg up and back. And the more vertical you can go, the easier it is to hold on to that shape. It's hard for me to talk while I'm in that pose for too long because it takes a hell of a lot of effort. But again, the more vertical you can get, the more stacked you're going to be, and the more the structure of your body is actually going to be to your advantage. You can do this extending your legs straight back with your body more horizontal, but it takes a hell of a lot more muscle work, and it's much more fatiguing. So let your head come forward, let your shoulders come forward, keep your butt up high in the air, and just take things slow if you're going to take it to the point of extending your leg. Just work things as best you can. See how far you're able to go. It's a very challenging pose, but that's the direction that we're moving here today, so just keep all that in mind. So all that said, let's go ahead and start this on our backs. And once you come down, we're going to take this into that compression right away. So once you bring this down, bring your knees into your chest nice and close and cross the right ankle over the left. So the knees aren't quite going to be together, but your feet are going to be together at the bottom. Now, this all sort of depends on how long your limbs are for what you want to actually do with your hands. Now, you can take each hand to a knee and just squeeze in and pull the knees in as close as you can. And what you're really trying to do is close the hinge of the hips right where the legs actually join your pelvis. And keep the thighs touching your belly as much as possible, and maybe the knees even come in toward your chest. Now, if you can take it even further, maybe you're able to wrap the arms around your legs and use one hand to take hold of the wrist on the other side. Whatever grip you have, take a moment here to really engage this. Pull everything down and squeeze your legs in. And try to flatten your body down against the floor. Just hold on to that tension for a moment. Take an inhale here. And with the exhale, just keep this shape. Keep your grip, but relax the tension. So you're still holding, still keeping the knees in close, just enough tension in your hands to keep everything in place. But try to relax everything else as best you can. Let your spine flatten out, let your shoulders sink down. Let go any tension across your brow. And then just close your eyes. So just take a moment here to settle in, let your mind quiet down. And then when you're ready, start to deepen your breathing. So with the inhales, pull in as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, just open your eyes. And then just keep hold of your legs and just bring the hands to your knees if they're not there already. Reverse the cross. Left ankle over the right. And still work to keep the knees close, but this time use the tension right that you can feel right where the legs actually join into your hips. And we're going to move from here. So with your next inhale, roll this out, or actually reach this out long past your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your arms down to your sides and keep your knees close. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, arms to your sides again. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, arms to your sides. Keep the legs pulled in. Inhale, reach this out long. And with the exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale, reach this out long. Now with the exhale, bring the arms to your sides, but this time curl up, lift your head, lift your shoulders, literally bring your nose close to your knees. I'm going to go back and forth from here like this. With your next inhale, roll this out. And then with the exhale, curl forward, keep your knees pulled in close. Inhale, roll this out long. Exhale, curl forward again, lift your head, lift your shoulders. Inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl forward. Keep the knees close as you lift. Inhale, roll this out long. With the exhale, curl forward again. Inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl forward. Keep your legs pulled in tight. Inhale, roll this out long. And then with the exhale, curl forward one more time like this and just hold for a moment. Stretch forward through your fingertips. Keep the head and shoulders lifted as much as you can. Keep the knees pulling in close. And then with your next inhale, roll this out long. And then just keep your head down. Reach your arms out to the sides, right and left. And bend the elbows. Bring your arms toward a 90-degree angle, palms open toward the ceiling. Keep your shoulders down. And then uncross at the ankles, but still keep the knees pulled in and keep them close. And we're just going to twist back and forth like this. So bring your knees down to the right side, but keep that right leg off the floor. Keep both shoulders down. And then through center. Keep the knees high toward your chest. And then bring the knees down to your left side. Left leg stays off the floor. Bring it back through center. Let your knees sink down to the right. Keep both shoulders down. Back through center. And sink your knees down to the left again. Bring it through center. Knees down to the right. Both shoulders down. Look left this time. And then just hover the right leg up off the floor. Keep the knees close. And if you want to take it further, maybe extend your left leg right. And then just engage more tension here as you're twisting. And then slowly bring this through center. Let your knees sink left. Hold here. Keep the left leg off the floor. Look right. Both shoulders stay down. Maybe extend that right leg left and hold a little bit more tension in the twist on this side. And then go ahead, bring it back into center. And then set your feet down on the floor. And we're just going to take this into a variation of bridge right away. So feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Bring your heels in close. And start this with your low back basically flat. Now keep the arms out to your sides like this. Elbows at about shoulder level. Still with that bend so the arms are 90 degrees. But then go ahead and rotate from the shoulders. Bring your forearms to vertical. Make your hands into fists. And just think of this as a bench pressing position here. Elbows pressed down, shoulders pressed down. Keep your gaze up high. And then with an inhale, pressing your feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up. Exhale, roll your spine back down. Inhale, lift this up high again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press the hips up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, bring this down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press the hips high. Exhale, roll down. And then with your next inhale, just lift one more time and hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing, hips lifted. Keep the fists clenched, elbows and shoulders pressed down. And to take it further, dig into your heels, lift your toes high up off the floor. And then keep your glutes squeezing, set your toes down, lift your heels. And then switch it out, heels down, toes up, glutes still engaged. Toes to the floor, heels up high. And then bring your heels back down, lift your toes again. One more time, toes down, lift your heels, still squeezing your glutes, squeeze the knees in toward each other as you stay lifted like this. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, just set your heels down, roll your spine back down. And then once you're down, bring your knees back into your chest, bring your hands to your knees and just squeeze in. Pull the knees out wide, you can rock a little bit side to side, just breathe for a moment. But then bring this back to center. Keep your knees in close. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, look forward. Now, once you find that lift, bring your hands behind your head. Interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows out wide. And just keep enough pressure from your hands so you can still look forward without straining your neck. Extend both legs up toward the ceiling. Now, point through the feet, reach the toes up toward the ceiling, and straighten the legs as much as you can. If you can straighten completely, tense up your thighs, lock your knees, and keep that engagement. And if that's too much, if your hamstrings are tight, you can bend the knees, but minimize the bend. And keep the ankles stacked over your hips with your legs toward vertical. Now, belly stays pulled in, low back stays down. And then go ahead, lower the right heel as far down as you can go without your low back lifting. Bring that leg up to vertical. Lower your left heel far down as you can go with the low back on the floor. And come back up. And just keep on switching out like this at your own pace. Now keep your legs as straight as you can. Keep your gaze forward. And just keep the motion smooth here. Try to keep it steady. You can go faster, go slow. Belly pulled in, low back down. Try to rotate your big toes toward your midline a little bit. And see if your legs stay parallel as you're moving. And then just give this a couple more rounds. And go ahead and finish this with your left heel lowered before you bring both legs back up to vertical. Head and shoulders still lifted. And with your belly pulled in, low back still down, lower the right heel to some point that you can hold with your low back lifting. Stay here. And then we're just going to bounce. There we go. Pulse. That's what I'm trying to say. Bouncing the right heel up and down on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg high. Now let's see if I can talk without the wires being crossed all class. Go ahead and lower your left heel. Bring it down as far as you can hold with your low back lifting. Keep your gaze forward, low back down, and then pulse from the left heel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg high. Head and shoulders still lifted. Look forward. And now keep your legs squeezing toward each other and without bending your knees at all. Just start to hinge from the hips. Lower your heels about 6 inches or so. Hold. Be sure your low back stays down. If you can take it further, lower your heels about 6 inches more. Legs stay together. Legs stay as straight as you can. And then if you can take it further, lower your heels about 6 inches more. Belly pulled in, low back down. No lower than 45 degrees here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Both feet down. Relax your head. Keep the elbows out wide. And then with your feet about hips width distance, go ahead and just fold your knees right and left and let all that core tension go for a moment. And then bring your knees back into center. Release the hands from behind your head. Bring your knees to your chest, your hands to your knees again. And curl up. Lift your head and lift your shoulders. Use this shape. Cross the ankles in front of you. Roll forward to a seat. Come further to your hands in all fours. And then once you're in all fours, just take a moment here and move around. Stretch your hands. Stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side, and just feel things out. Loosen up your spine. Maybe shake your legs out just a little bit. Let your body twist. Now when you're ready, just bring this back into center. Bring your knees and your feet together. Keep your hips stacked over your knees, but walk the hands in close. So the hands are going to stay shoulder width, but keep them forward about one hand's length. Palms down. Rotate your fingertips out to the side and then in the direction of your feet. Both sides. Set your hands down flat. Spread your fingers out wide. Dig your fingertips down into the floor. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. And if this is already a good enough stretch, you can stay here. Now if you want to take it just a little bit further, keep your grip and maybe sway your shoulders a little bit side to side. And then if you want to take it even further, bring yourself into center with the arms straight to start. Dig down to your fingertips and start working with bent arms. So bring your shoulders forward, pull the elbows underneath you, maybe come down toward halfway, and then press back up to straight. And just take it back and forth like this, and you don't have to lower too far. Now if you're going to bend the elbows, look forward, bring your chest forward, pull the elbows under your ribs, and keep your grip the whole time. And this doesn't have to be deep. Just feel how the stretch changes as you bend the elbows. Take it further to the wrists and more weight onto your hands. And just breathe with this. And then the next time you bend your elbows, just stay forward and hold. Squeeze the elbows underneath. Pull your chest forward. Look forward. Keep gripping the floor with your fingertips. And this is good enough right here. But if you can take it further, shift your weight to your left knee. Keep the upper body in place. And then extend your right big toe back as far left as you can go. And then bring that knee into center. Extend your left big toe back as far right as you can go. And then come back to center. Right big toe over the left again. Keep your chest forward, shoulders forward. Bring it back to center. Bring your left big toe over the right again. Come back to center here, fingers still digging down. Right leg over to the left one more time. Come back into center. Left big toe over to the right one more time. And then back to center here, and then just come up onto the fingertips. And we'll change the stretch. Now keep the legs together and keep the hands in close like this, still about one hand's length forward. Now go ahead and flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms facing up. Keep all the weight on the legs here to start. And with the backs of the hands down, make your hands into fists. So curl the forefingers into your palms, thumbs outside, and then press the fists together like you're punching one hand to the next. Now bring yourself up, try to straighten your arms as best you can. Don't worry about straightening all the way. But keep the backs of the hands down. You can always bring more weight back toward your legs if this is too intense, so back off to the intensity that you need. And as long as you feel a stretch, you're doing fine. Moving through the backs of the hands, the wrists up into the forearms. Now, if you want, just stay here. This is fine. Maybe sway your shoulders side to side. And if you can go further with this, then go ahead, sink your chest down low, elbows out wide, and then press back up towards straight. And just take it back and forth like this and try to lift a little bit higher each time. Now, the next time you come back up towards straight arms, just try to hold here. Now, keep the hands pressed together, straighten your arms as much as you can. If you want to go further, put your weight to your left knee, just look forward a little bit. Work your balance, just extend the right leg straight back as best you can, and then bring that knee down. Put the weight to the right, extend your left leg straight back best you can, and bring the knee down. Right foot back again, just take it slow. Bring the knee back down. I know it's a little intense. Left leg straight back, work it the way you can. And then bring the knee back down. Bring your right leg back one more time. Set the knee down. Extend your left leg back one more time. Bring the knee back down, and then come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels and take a moment. Shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And then once the hands are ready, come back to all fours. And we'll take it down from the hands and onto the forearms. So go ahead and bring your forearms down to the floor. And we'll take a forearm plank. Now, I recommend bring your palms together. You can do this with the palms flat if you like. Just make sure you keep the elbows at shoulder width and no wider. So wherever you take this to, walk your feet straight back, keep your legs together, bring your body into line. So squeeze the legs toward each other, lower your hips so they stay in line with the shoulders and heels and you're not piking up. Now, as you come into this, don't just let the weight go into your elbows, press into your hands, let the weight go along the length of the forearms. And then we're just going to take this straight forward and back without lifting your hips. So dig down into your toes and then bring your chin as far forward as you can. And then press straight back. Forward for 2. And then press this back again. Forward for 3. Press it back. Forward for 4. Press it back. Push into your hands. Bring it forward for 5. Press this back again. Forward for 6. And then press back. Forward for 7. Press it back. Forward for 8, and then press back. Forward for 9, press it back again, and forward for 10. Press back, just hold that forearm plank. And this might be good enough. Keep your hips in line with the shoulders and heels. Now, if you want to take it a little bit further, keep pressing your hands, and maybe step both feet back about an inch or 2, and then the shoulders pull back behind the elbows. Maybe step back a little bit further, still keep your body in line. And keep holding, keep that tension across the midsection for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your knees. Come up onto your hands. And give yourself a moment here to breathe and move. And I know that's a good bit here, but one more thing to warm things up, and we'll move a little bit faster this time. So wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. It's going to be a short sequence here, and we'll take the first round slow. So when you're ready, just keep the knees down, tuck the toes of both feet. And when you're ready, with an inhale, extend your right leg straight back. With the exhale, bring it forward, knee to nose around your spine. Now the toes of your left foot are tucked. With your next inhale, straighten both legs. Come to a three-legged dog. Keep that right hip level with the left. And then bring it back down, both feet down, back to all fours. Other side, inhale your left leg straight back. And then exhale, curl in, knee to nose. With your next inhale, straighten both legs, three-legged dog. Lower the left hip, keep your hips squared. And then bring it back down, back to all fours. Breath to movement, back and forth. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, down to all fours. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours. Inhale your right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours. Stay with me. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours. One more round. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all fours, and just breathe for a moment. And then flatten the feet behind you. Don't breathe for too long. Extend the right arm forward and your left leg back and just hold. And then when you're ready, just look forward, bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, and find your left foot. Now, once you have that grip, kick into your hand, pull your shoulder forward, bring the knee up high, grip the floor with your left hand, hold your balance here. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. So keep the left leg where it is, but release your right hand. Right hand comes down inside the left, so it's moving to the left side of your mat. Lift your left palm, come up onto the fingertips, start to open the left side. Now to take it further, maybe just hover the left hand. This gets tricky. You can reach that left arm back, good enough. And if you can, go ahead, take hold of the left foot and kick into your hand, pull the shoulder forward, bring the knee up higher, keep your balance, keep gripping the floor. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, release, bring it down back to all fours. And of course, we still got the other side. So when you're ready, wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, extend your left arm forward, your right leg straight back, and then look forward. Bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand, find the right foot. Once you've got that foot, kick in your hand, pull the shoulder forward, bring the knee up higher, hold here. And let's make it more interesting. Keep the right leg where it is and release your left hand. Left hand comes down inside the right. And lift your right palm, come up onto the fingertips, start to open to the right side. You could stay here. To take it further, maybe hover the right hand. Maybe reach the right arm back, be sure you're still balanced. If you're gonna go further, take hold of that right foot, kick into your hand, pull the shoulder forward to lift the knee higher. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring it back down, back to all fours. And once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment here, move around. Now stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side. And then when you're ready, go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, bring your hips up high, come into downward facing dog. And just give yourself a moment, move into position when you're ready. Now as you settle in, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Press your palms flat, spread the fingers out wide, and really flatten your hands so you can feel the base of your thumbs press down into the floor. Now sink your chest down low, but press your hips up high at the same time. And let that upward reach of the hips start to lengthen and straighten out your upper body. So draw into the belly, around the low ribs, pull into your midsection to press your hips up higher still. And if your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, let it go. You can always bend your knees a little bit. And maybe just stay loose. You can pedal this out and let your hips from side to side. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips with distance apart, deepen in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round, let everything go long and loose, and let the muscles in your neck relax for a moment. Now you can hang your hands down, you can reach to opposite elbows, maybe shake this side to side to loosen farther. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep the bend in your knees to begin. And just restack your spine so slowly round this upper standing, bring your head up last. And then open up your palms at your sides. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And now with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway. Fingertips to the floor to your shins. Lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat, step it back to high plank. Find your shape. Resink the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Stay lifted like this. And then take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides. And lower with control all the way down into your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And we'll take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Stay lifted this time. Now keep the lift in your upper body. Press into your feet. Take some more all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides. Pull the shoulders back. Keep your gaze forward. And then lift it up a little bit higher still. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, roll back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. And we'll take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active. Work to lift your knees up from the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Try to pull the hips forward to help deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Lift with the arms. Lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Keep your chest pulling forward. And take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly and hips up, head back to down dog. Paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. Now from your downward facing dog, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. And then with the exhale, sink into chair this time. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you settle in, pay attention to your stance. Feet not too wide within hips width distance. Big toes and knees towards center belly, pull in. And we're going to bind this from above. So bring the right hand behind your head, palm facing in. Left palm the other way, clasp your fingers. And then with your left hand, pull the right arm behind your head. Press your head back into your right arm. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Be sure you can keep your gaze forward. And maybe sink down lower. Now as you hold this, focus weight on the left foot. Keep your left knee bent. Lift your right heel. And then back and forth. Right leg forward. Dip your big toe down. And then bring it straight back. Touch the big toe to the floor. Right leg forward. Dip the big toe. Straight back. Big toe down behind. One more time forward to the right big toe. One more time back, hold here. Now lean forward and keep your body in line. Crown of the head through the right big toe. Push into your left foot. Lift that right foot up off the floor. Bend your left knee, touch the big toe down. Push into your left foot and lift. Bend your left knee, big toe to the floor. Push into your left foot, lift one more time. Hold here. Now pull the right hip forward. Keep your hips squared. Keep your gaze forward. And then slowly bend your left knee. Bring yourself upright with your right knee high. Now once you're balanced here, dig into the left big toe, take a figure four. Bring the right ankle across your left thigh, curl the toes to the right foot, keep the knee to the side, keep your torso upright, shoulders back, and then maybe start to sink this down. Try to bend the left knee, bring your hips down low, but keep the torso upright and just keep your gaze forward, keep breathing. Now with your next inhale, straighten your left leg, lift your right knee, bring your hands to your hips. And then just switch your feet. Bring the right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now take a moment. Find your balance. Dig into that right big toe. And then once you're stable, take this to a standing twist. So the right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Draw your left shoulder back and open up your chest to the left side. And this is good enough right here. Now if you want to take it further, maybe reach your left arm further back. Maybe look back. And if you want to go further still, keep your left knee bent. But see about leaning back while you're twisting. You bend that right knee, but press the hips forward. Maybe bring your left knee higher. It's going to be tricky. Keep breathing, keep your twist, keep yourself balanced. Now slowly take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just turn back to center. Left knee lifted, hands to your hips. And then step your left foot back. Let's take it to warrior one. Now give yourself a moment to set it up. Deep bend on the right knee, straight left leg. Both feet are flat. Left foot points to the side at least a little bit. Now arrange this so you can pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Keep your hips squared to the front, sink down. So you take a shorter stance or wider stance if you need to. Let this accommodate your hips. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, bring your hands to your low back. Now interlace the fingers, pull the shoulders back. And Keep your chest open here. I want to take this down toward a halfway fold. So take an inhale. With the exhale, look forward. Lead with your chest. Bring your belly down to touch your right thigh. Inhale, come all the way back upright. Exhale, hinge forward, belly to the thigh. Keep your gaze forward. Inhale, bring this all the way up one more time. Now with the exhale, hinge forward, belly to the right thigh. Hold here. Shoulders back, gaze forward. This could be plenty. Now keep your hips squared. Right hip back, left hip forward. If you can go further, you can press your knuckles toward the ceiling. You'll feel more of a stretch across your chest and shoulders. And if you want to take it further still, keep your belly in contact with the right thigh. Maybe pull that right hip further back, straighten the right leg a little bit, maybe a lot. Maybe lift the toes of the right foot up off the floor. Hips still squared, gaze still forward, chest still open. Keep breathing. Now slowly, from wherever you are, put a bend back to that right knee if you straighten the leg at all. Bring the hands to your low back. And then lift your left heel, bend the left knee, and bring the left knee down to the floor. We're going to take a kneeling lunge. Now flatten the left foot behind you. Bring yourself upright so everything stacks so vertical from the left knee up. Kick down to the left foot, press the right foot on the floor. The hips are still squared. Left hip forward, right hip back. And then just take it slow. Press your knuckles toward the floor. Bring your gaze up high. And just breathe here. Now keep your hips pressing forward. Keep that left foot kicking down. Keep your chest open. And as you hold this, think of this as a half camel. If you can take it further, go ahead and release your hands. Left arm stays bound. Bring it behind your low back. Reach that right hand toward your left heel and maybe even look down the length of your right arm. Keep your left hip pressing forward. Keep your chest open and just keep breathing here. Now with your next inhale, look forward. Reach both arms high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down inside the right foot. Now, drag the right foot back behind the right hand. Step the left foot forward next to the right forward fold. And then take an inhale, lift it up halfway. With the exhale, set your hands down. We're going to reset this for crow. So set your palms flat, dig your fingertips down, lift your heels up. Knees to the upper arms, bring them to the lower half of the arms, close to the elbows. Now keep your hips high. Start to bring your shoulders forward, look forward, and go slow. Lean forward. Keep that grip. Lift your feet up together, toes to touch. And this could be good enough. You can stay here, but give that one-legged crow a try. Try to shift that weight to your left arm, and then see about releasing the right knee. Maybe set it back down. Maybe squeeze the right leg into the left. And keep your hips high, your head low. Maybe extend that right leg up and back if you want to take it further. Just take it to where you can right now. And then when you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, take it to your Vinyasa. You can step it back, you can fly it back, and we'll meet in down dog. Once you find your down dog, give yourself a moment, pedal out and breathe. And then we'll take all that to the other side. So when you're ready here, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float to the front. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to stand and reach up high. And with the exhale, sink into the chair again. Put the weight to your heels, bend your knees, bring your hips down low. Now again, not too wide for the stance. Feet within hips with distance. Big toes and knees towards center. Belly pulled in. Bind it up high. Left hand behind your head, palm facing in. Right palm the other way. Clasp your fingers. Use the right hand. Pull the left arm behind your head. Press your head back into your left arm. Shoulders stay back. Chest stays open. You can still look forward and maybe sink down further. Now focus weight on the right foot. Lift your left heel. Take your left leg back and forth. Forward. Dip your big toe down. And then bring it behind. Big toe to the floor. Bring that left leg forward, touch the toe down, and then extend behind, big toe to the floor again. One more time, bring the big toe forward. One more time behind, hold here, lean forward, and keep your body in line. Keep that left hip pulling forward. Now push into the right foot, lift the left big toe off the floor. Bend the right knee, touch the big toe down. Push into the right foot, lift the left big toe. Bend the right knee, big toe to the floor. One more time, push into the right foot and lift, hold here. Keep your hips squared, keep your body in line, keep looking forward. And then slowly bring yourself upright. Lift your left knee. Just breathe. And let's take it to the figure four. So cross the left ankle over your right thigh when you're ready. Curl the toes of your left foot, knee to the side. Start to sink down if you're able. And just bring the hips down low. Chest stays open. Shoulders pulled back. You're still looking forward. Keep breathing here. Now with your next inhale, straighten the right leg. Lift your left knee. Bring your hands to your hips. Ooh, let's see if I hold on to that. There we go. And then switch feet. Bring your left foot down and come to standing with your right knee high. Now dig in the left big toe, and once you balance, move into that standing twist. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Now keep yourself tall, but pull the right shoulder back, open up your chest to the right side. This is good enough right here. Just stay tall. If you can go further, reach the right arm back, maybe look back toward your right hand. Now this is plenty, but if you can take it further yet, keep your hips pressing forward, maybe bend your left knee and start to lean back. Try to bring that right knee up higher. That's not supposed to be easy at all. Keep your twist, just take it the way you can and stay balanced. All right, slowly bring yourself back upright. Hands to your hips, face everything forward. And then go step the right foot back and take this into your warrior one. Now deep bend the left knee, straight right leg. Give yourself a moment to adjust. Both feet flat, right foot points aside a little bit. Right hip pulls forward, left hip back. And arrange this so you can square your hips. Go ahead and widen or shorten the stance if you need to and sink your hips down. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, hands to your low back again. Bring the palms together. Find the inner lace that feels weird. So pull the palms together. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Open up your chest. Right hip forward, left hip back. And again, we'll take it toward that halfway fold. So take a deep inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips. Bend your left thigh. Keep your gaze forward, shoulders back. Inhale, come up all the way. Exhale, hinge forward. Bend the left thigh. Just come halfway down. Inhale, bring this back up one more time. Exhale, hinge forward. Bend the left thigh. Hold here. Keep your gaze forward. Shoulders pulled back. Left hip back. Right hip forward. Now, if you want to take it further, maybe lift the arms away from you. Stretch out your chest. If you can go further still, belly stays touching your left thigh, but you can start to straighten that left leg a little bit, maybe a lot. Maybe lift the toes, the left foot up off the floor. Take it to where you can. Keep that right hip pulling forward, however deep you go with the left leg. Now, if you straighten that left leg at all, put the bend back in the knee. Bring your hands to your low back, they're lifted. And then bend the right knee, lift the right heel, bring that right knee all the way down. And flatten the right foot. It's a kneeling lunge. So bring yourself upright. Everything stacks to vertical from the right knee up. Now ground in your left foot, kick down to the right. Keep your hips pressing forward. When you're ready, press your knuckles toward the floor behind you. Bring your gaze up high and open up your chest. Breathe here. Now again, think of this as basically a half camel shape. That right hip's pressing forward. Keep the front of the right side nice and long. But then release your grip. Take a half bind right on behind your low back. Left hand reaching toward the right heel. Now maybe you touch it, maybe you don't. If you want to go deeper, pull that left shoulder back. Try to look down the length of your left arm. And keep that right hip pulling forward, pressing forward, I should say. Keep breathing here. With your next inhale, reach the arms up high, look forward. And then with the exhale, hands down inside that left foot. Now once your hands come down, slide the left foot back, bring the right foot forward next to the left forward fold. And then take an inhale, lift this up halfway. With the exhale, reset, palms down, dig your fingertips into a fold, lift your heels up. And let's take it to crow. Bring the knees to the lower part of your upper arms. Belly pulled in, shoulders forward, head forward, hips up high. Keep that grip, keep your gaze forward, lean and lift your feet up together, toes to touch. Now see about taking it toward that one-legged crow. Start to lean your weight to the right. Maybe lift the left knee for a moment. You can always set it down. Or lift the leg and squeeze it into the right. Maybe extend that left leg up and back if you want to take it further yet. And then when you're ready, go ahead, step it back, fly it back, take it through another vinyasa. Now from your down dog, let's take it to half pigeon. Inhale the right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Bring the left knee down, flatten the left foot behind. And pull your left hip forward. Keep your hips squared and sink your weight straight down. And look for at least some of that stretch on the right side. Now, as usual, you can take this in a bunch of directions. If you can take the back bend if you like, you can melt all the way down. I'm going to cue this toward a twist, and for that, just keep your torso upright. So if you're interested, slide the left hand just inside the right, and then pull the right hand back to the right knee, maybe the right hip. Pull the left hip forward, look back over your right shoulder, and this could be plenty. Now, if you want to take it further, you can tuck the toes of the left foot, hover your left knee, but keep that left hip pulling forward. Keep both hips squared and sinking down. And maybe take it further still and kick that right foot into the floor. And just breathe here. All right, and then slowly from wherever you are, bring both hands down just in front of that right shin. We're gonna take another pose. So pull your belly in, press the hips back, stack them over your left knee. Bring the right foot out to left, right knee comes into center. We're gonna take Gomukhasana. So pull the left knee in, squeeze it into the right, and bring your feet out wide. Now with your legs crossed, come down to sitting between your heels. And you can always back off from this by extending your left leg forward and just sitting with the right leg crossed over your left knee. Now give yourself a moment, get both sit bones down, keep squeezing the legs together. This is good enough. If you want to take the arm bind, take it from below first. Right arm crosses your low back, palm facing away. And with your left hand, you can find the wrist, you can reach to the elbow or something in between. But use that left hand to draw the right shoulder back and open up your chest, sit this up tall. Now if you want to take the full bind, right hand up between the shoulder blades, left arm comes from above. And see about finding that grip somewhere between. And wherever you take it to, again, keep your chest open, shoulders back, just breathe here. Whatever combination of stretches works for you in this pose. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release whatever arm bind you're in. Set your hands down behind you, lean back, untangle your legs. And then just cross the ankles, step and whirl forward your hands, step it back to down dog. And we'll take all that on the other side. So when you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist of ankle, somewhere behind the right. Go ahead, bring the right knee down, flatten the right foot behind you. Pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left and sink your weight straight down. Look for some of that stretch on the left side, outer hip or toward the glutes. And now again, you can go further toward the back bend. You can melt it down if you just want to rest. If you want to take the twist, keep yourself upright. Slide the right hand over the left inside your left hand. Pull the left hand back to the knee or to the hip. Draw the left shoulder back. Look back over your left shoulder. Keep your right hip pulling forward. If you want to go further, you can tuck the toes, the right foot, maybe just hover that knee. Right hip forward, both hips sinking down. You could kick that left foot to the floor as well if you want to engage this further. All right, from wherever you are, go ahead and bring your hands down to the floor just in front of that left shin. Pull your belly in. Press the hips back over your right knee. And then slide the left foot right. Bring that left knee into center. Let's take Gomukhasana. So bring the right knee in. Squeeze it in behind the left. Feet wide. As your legs squeeze together, come down to sitting between your heels. And again, if you need to back off, you can always just sit this down with the right leg forward, left leg crossed tightly over your right knee. Now, once you're ready for the arm bind, take it from below. Left arm crosses your low back, palm facing away. With your right hand, reach back. You can find the wrist, the elbow, something in between, whatever you can grip. But draw that left shoulder back, open up your chest, and sit this up tall. Now, if you want to take the full bind, left hand up between the shoulder blades. Right arm from above. See about finding that grip somewhere between. And again, keep your chest open, shoulders pulled back, and just breathe here, whatever variation you take this to. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release whatever arm bind you're in. Go ahead, set your hands down behind you, lean back, untangle the legs, and then come all the way down onto your back. Now once you're down, pull your knees into your chest and squeeze everything in. And let's take a supine twist. Just release your left leg extended out fully. Left hand to the right knee, right arm out to the side. Now tuck your left hip underneath you, pull the right knee across. Keep both shoulders down, bring your gaze to the right. And just breathe here. Look for the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. Now if you need more, you can press down with your left hand till you feel the twist. If you want to take it further, you can always extend that right leg out to the side. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring this back into center. Draw both knees in. And let's take the other side. So once you're ready, go ahead, extend through the right leg, and with your right hand, take hold of the left knee, left arm to the side. Now tuck your right hip underneath you. Both shoulders stay down, look left, and find you stretching the outer left hip toward the low back on this side. If you need more, press with the right hand. And if you're going to take it further, go ahead, extend the left leg. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, bring it all back into center. Knees to your chest, side by side. And let's take it to happy baby. So go ahead and reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees. And pull down on both sides. Try to bring the knees to the floor outside your ribs. Press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. And keep the tension working both up and down. Try to flatten your spine. Sink your tailbone toward the floor. And if you want to take it further, you can rock this a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And let your eyes close here. Let your body just sink down into the mat for a moment. And then just let yourself move here bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale. Reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw your elbows toward your chest. Bring your knees up as well. And just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Then just ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale, hold on to at the top. And then just let everything go. And thank you for joining class. Namaste.